Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? It is currently 11:33 p.m. on this very chilly, cold Sunday evening going into Monday morning. It's currently 45 degrees outside. This Sol de Janeiro lip balm is gone. I need to just throw it out. Which means I just have this lip gloss, which is almost out. Do I have two lip glosses in there? Or do I just, oh, that's good, okay. Do I just have two lip glosses in there? Or do I just have one lip gloss? What am I saying? Do I have two lip glosses in there, or do I just have one? Okay, and I put that lip balm back in there. Anyway, I am at Tanya Jean's kennel right now. I just dropped her off. We went and got, well, she got a fountain pop, and I got a water. And then I dropped her off here so that she could meet her husband, Eric, so that they could let the dogs out. Who let the dogs out? Who? And we drove around. Dark and scary out here. We drove around and talked, and we drove all through Noblesville and the square of Noblesville and looked at some Halloween lights, and it was real fun. Yeah. We drove around for about, like an hour, I think. Anyway, how are you guys doing today? How's your Monday? Is your Monday going well? I had a magically amazing day today. I woke up late. I actually last night after, well, did I vlog early last? No, because we went to Newfields last night. So after I vlogged last night, I listened to the book, My Heart is a Chainsaw, which is one of this month's books for Peter's Book Club. The other book is The Mary Shelley Club by Goldie Madovsky. I did not know what to think about this book, My Heart is a Chainsaw. I'm still not really sure what to think of it. All I will say is that it is impeccably written. It is storytelling at its finest. And I said that last night. It's such an intriguing story, and it's really about this young lady named Jade and what she's gone through in her life and how she's used her love of horror movies as a defense against all of these things that she has gone through in her life. But I'm not really sure where the book is going. I will say that. Like, I don't know what's going to... I think I will be very surprised by the ending of this book. I have a little bit over 2 hours left to listen to it. So my plan is to finish the book tonight when I get done vlogging. And then I think I'm gonna start the Mary Shelley Club. I think what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm gonna listen to that, and then I think I'm gonna listen to the Mary Shelley Club, and then I think I'm gonna listen to, if I'm not by that point in the mood for a cozy mystery, I think I'm going to listen to Behind the Horror, which is this month's true crime book pick. Although I kind of feel like I would rather wait until we're closer to doing the live stream to read that. It's not a long book, and I feel like it would be better if I listened to it closer to that time or read it. Or I may start reading it now. I have the paperback version of it too that I bought on Amazon. So yeah, I actually bought 2 books today. I Googled what are this, oh, I was gonna pull in here. I will pull in here. I Googled today what are the scariest books on what do you call it, on the Ever Written or something like that. And it was interesting, like a lot of the same books came up over and over and over again. And I've always wanted to read a Stephen King book. I don't think, I've read a Stephen King short story, but I don't think that I've ever read a Stephen King book before, like all the way through. And so a lot of the lists had Salem's Lot on there. So I think I might, it's 17 hours, but I'm thinking about downloading Salem's Lot. And I saw the movie years and years and years ago. I thought it was terrifying. Remembering the kid at the window and stuff. But I'm thinking about downloading Salem's Lot and listening to that as my very first, what do you call it, Stephen King book ever. And then today I bought 3 books. The Grown Up, which is a novella by Gillian Flynn, who wrote Gone Girl. It's supposed to be really good. The Whisper Man by Alex North, which I've heard great things about. It was on these lists as well. And A Head Full of Ghosts by Paul Tremblay. Paul Tremblay wrote the book The Cabin at the End of the World, which I read a couple years ago for Spookathon, which no longer exists on BookTube. Books and Lala used to run Spookathon. One year, the last year I think that she did it, she asked me to be like a co-host with her, so I got to do that year, which was really fun. But I don't think she's not doing Spookathon this year. So yeah, I don't believe she's doing Spookathon this year. So anyway, I read Cabin at the End of the World by Paul Tremblay. If you want to read a really, really scary, edge-of-your-seat thriller, that book is really good. And you have, like, no idea where it's going. I would highly, highly, highly recommend Cabin at the End of the World. And so, he has another book. He has a couple other books, Paul Tremblay. But one of his books is, like, a Western, and I am not really into Westerns. I guess. I don't know. I guess I've never read a Western, but I don't think I would like a Western. Maybe I should read one just to see. So I downloaded this book, and this book looks really good. So I want to read some really scary stuff before Halloween. And then I have a list of 10 books of things that I'm going to read this month, which, I mean, now we're halfway through the month, so how that's even going to be possible is beyond me. But I was like, if I listened to a lot of these books or got these books read before like the last week, then the last couple days I would download Salem's Lot and listen to that. But we'll just have to see. I would like to read a Stephen King book though. I have a feeling Stephen King is going to be somebody that once I start reading, I'm going to like want to read all the time. You know what I need to do is, I need to see when the next Josh Lanyon book comes out. I think it comes out this week, honestly. So that might be the next cozy mystery that I read, because I'm going to want to find out so bad what happened to that Murder in Pirates Cove series. I would love if it was a Halloween version of, but I think they're in the summer right now. I need to move this lip gloss. Hold on a second. This lip gloss is going to drive me crazy. I want to see. I think it's like the 5th book. Murder at Pirates Cove, that series. It's called Scandal and Scrabbles or something like that. I was like, I thought it just said 55 seconds, and I was like, what is going on with the camera? Okay, hold on a second. I vlogged for a little bit longer last night than I thought I did. I'm currently sitting at, I have read 81 books this year. Oh, I guess I could just go through that way and figure it out. Josh Lanyon, here it is. Secrets and Scrabble. The 5th book comes out October 19th. Which, what is today? Is today the 16th? 17th. Oh. 17th. So it comes out Tuesday. What did it just do? Just did something weird. The 7th one, and it's called Body at Buccaneers Bay. Let's read what it's about. Dead Men Tell No Tales mystery bookshop owner Ellery Page and police chief Jack Carson are diving for the legendary sunken pirate galleon Blood Rose when they discover an old-fashioned diver suit, water damaged and encrusted with barnacles. Further examination reveals the 19th century suit contains a 21st century body. Who is the mysterious diver? No one seems to be missing from the quaint and cozy town of Pirates Cove. Was he really diving for pirates' gold? And if not, what exactly did he do to earn that bullet hole in his skull? God, I love these books. Okay, then the other one I want to know that when it's coming out is The Christmas Tree Farm. Oh, shoot. Christmas. Sometimes Goodreads acts so weird. Okay. Oh my gosh, come on, please. Christmas Tree Farm. "12 Sleighs of Christmas." Here we go. Christmas Tree Farm Mystery. These were really good. By Jacqueline Frost. The third one, oh, Slashing Through the Snow. Christmas Tree Mystery Farm Mystery number 3 came out October 12th, and it's already out. Slashing Through the Snow. It can't be out already. I'm gonna look on Audible. I don't know that I really want to listen to it yet. Slashing through the snow on a one-horse open sleigh. Do you guys see how excited I get about the cozy mysteries? What is wrong with me? Slashing. And isn't that such a great title for a book, Slashing Through the Snow? Here it is. Pre-order. Okay, release date October 28th. You know what? I will be just in time ready. It says I can pre-order with 1 credit, but I don't have any credits left. Damn it. Because I didn't buy any credits today. When I was buying all these books. I think I like to buy books more than I like to read books, is the truth of the nature. But I will tell you that those, if you would like to read a cozy mystery series that takes place at Christmas, like that whole series takes place at Christmas and it's really good. So I would highly recommend those. The Leslie Meyer one too, I can't remember what it's called, Cookie Cutter Christmas or something like that was really good too. So anyway, I got it. So that was last night. I listened to that book and I'm going to finish it tonight, hopefully. And today I got up and Alex and I went to Cafe Patashu, and I invented a new omelet today, you guys. Well, they have an omelet there that I used to get, and it's called the Omelet You Can't Refuse. And it's bacon, white cheddar, sour cream, and potatoes. And I had the bacon removed, and then I added Gouda cheese on top of the white cheddar, and then I added red onion cut up, but it was in kind of like slivers, you know, like longer pieces. And then they have an omelet called the Overachiever that is like right below it on the menu, and it has horseradish in it. And I asked her, I said, is the horseradish really good? And this is a server that we know really well too. She's really sweet. And she was like, I've actually never had that one. And I said, I don't know. So I said, do you think that's too much for an omelet? And she goes, I never think it's any of it's too much. So I had her add the horseradish. You guys, oh my God. This omelet was like perfection. It was like the best omelet, honestly, that I have ever had in my entire life. The Gouda and the white cheddar together were perfection. The potato, there was no bacon in it. I had the bacon removed. The potatoes were just enough. The sour cream. And then there was like a hint of horseradish sauce to it. I told Alex, I said, it kind of reminds me in a weird way, like the only way I can explain it is like the horsey sauce, because it's horseradish, you know, from Arby's. Like if you had that like on top of an omelet. Oh my God, you guys, it was so good. So I think that's my new go-to omelet at Panda Express. And then I got a bagel, an everything bagel toasted with cream cheese, which I only ate, well, I ate like 3/4 of it, and I brought the last part of it home with the rest of them. I also got potatoes on the side, crispy potatoes. And so then I brought those home as well. And I had a cup of coffee. Their flavored coffee today was caramel. And then I also had a small orange juice with lots of pulp in it, and it was delicious. Alex had, he had a bowl, a cup of tomato artichoke soup. He was really, really excited because for months and months they've been out of the turkey chili. And so today was like the first day. Are you kidding me? Is this going out of focus already? Come on now. Today was like the first day that they were having their turkey chili back on the menu. And so, why is it doing this tonight? Come on. My camera's been out of focus a lot lately. Have you guys noticed that? Let me fix this beanbag thing really quick. Okay. So Alex was really excited because they had the turkey chili back. But when we got there, they had already ran out of the turkey chili for the day. So he was really upset about that. I mean, not like, you know, cry me a river, but he was upset. So anyway, so he had the tomato artichoke soup to start, and then he had the Cuban breakfast. And then he took coffee home too, and I took coffee home. And then you know what else I got? An egg salad sandwich with avocado on toasted whole wheat with kettle chips. I had that to go. I took that to go. And then tonight, well, so then we came home, and I have not seen Tanya for like a couple days, so I didn't know if she'd be able to do something or not tonight. So Alex, I said, what are you gonna do? He goes, I am so tired I could fall asleep right now. So he was gonna go up and get back into bed. So he just went and got in bed with the dogs after he took them out and like looked at TikToks and stuff. And so I drove around and I called Tanya. Well, I called Tanya and my cousin, and both Caroline texted me and said that she was watching the football game with her stepson and his wife. And then Tanya didn't answer, so I just thought I would drive over to the kennel and see if she was there, because I figured she was either working or at home, and if she was at home she was probably taking a nap, so I wouldn't bother her. But if she was at the kennel, then I would just walk inside, you know, be like, hey, what's up? Just stop in and see her. So I called my sponsor, and my sponsor and I talked for a long time on the phone. We talked for like an hour and had a good conversation. And then I listened to my audiobook a little bit, and I sometimes have a hard time listening to my audiobook during the day. Especially if it's like a scary audiobook, I have a hard time listening to it during the day. And it's definitely like a dark story, you know? And then I drove by the kennel and Tanya's car was there, so I pulled in and walked inside and we sat around and talked for a little bit. And then that was like right as I like got there right as she was leaving to go home, and everybody was leaving. I got to see her son, said hi to him. He was like, hey, Uncle Peter. He calls me Uncle Peter. So I think he calls me Uncle Pete, actually. So, got to see him and Tanya's husband, and then talked to Tanya for a little bit, and then she was going home to take a nap. So I was like, well, I think I'm going to go home and take a nap. So I drove around, listened to a little bit more of my audiobook, and by that point, I got home, and I put up the vlog and did some other stuff. And then all of a sudden it was like, I was just like looking at stuff, you know, on the phone, and then it was like 6:20, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I need to go take a nap, because I really wanted to take a nap. I decided I wasn't going to film any videos when I got up. I was like, I really like wanted to, and there were things I wanted to film today, and I was like, no, I think I'm just going to take the day off today and relax and just, you know, listen to audiobooks and watch shows and stuff like that. So I laid down till about 8:30, and I woke up, and Alex had just gone downstairs, and I was like, I yelled over the side, I was like, what are you doing? I could smell he was like cooking something, and he was like, I'm grilling chicken for a salad. So he was making a big salad. He uses the George Foreman grill, and he grills chicken on it. So, and then he came upstairs to like put something on, and he was like, I'm gonna watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Do you want to watch it with me? And I said, sure. So I came downstairs, and I ate my sandwich and all that, and then I didn't even finish it. I only ate like half of it, and then I wasn't super hungry, and yeah, and then we watched What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. Andy Cohen's got the 411, and it had Marianne Crosby from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and Ashley from Potomac. I think I want to start watching the Potomac. Alex said he's going to go in and he's going to watch all of the last season, so I might do that too, because you can watch it on Peacock. So yeah, and so then one of the people that was the guest, like the bartender on Andy Cohen Watch What Happens Live. So if you've never watched it before, they have like a bar in the background. There's always like a bartender there. It's like they have some relation to what's going on, right? And so it was this guy that was one of the cast members of I Know What You Did Last Summer. That's now on Amazon Prime. So I said to Alex, I was like, oh, I've been wanting to start that. And he goes, well, it's already on. So he looked, after that show was over, he went over and looked, and there's 4 episodes up. So he just started it. And I was like, are you going to start watching it right now? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, well, I was thinking about getting a Fountain Coke with Tanya, because, you know, I haven't really like got to hang out with her much except for today for a couple minutes. He was like, all right. He was like, go get a fountain pop. I don't care. So anyway, I texted Tanya, and she's like, yeah, but I got to be at the kennel at 11:30 because I got stuff to do. So I was like, okay. So I went and picked her up. And that was it. We drove around for about an hour. It was fun. And that's been my day. And now tomorrow is Monday, and a new day is upon us. A new day is here. And I bought this water. I actually have water over here. I try really hard not to buy plastic bottles anymore. I mean, we always recycle that stuff, but like, I try not to. But I wanted some kind of different kind of water tonight, and I have actually this water over here. I just try to use like these kind of cups and refill them with like the water jug at home. But I bought this one, and it's Tranquility. I've been drinking a ton of water lately, like a ton, which is good. So anyway, I don't know what I have. Got a couple appointments this week, a couple recovery commitment things, meeting on Tuesday night. Oh, I don't know. Andy Cohen's got the 411. Talked to Melissa for a while tonight, because we always do something with her for Halloween, you know, and Caroline's going to be on this girls trip weekend out of town. I think she's going to be like in Asheville or somewhere in North Carolina. Gatlinburg? I don't know. Anyway, somewhere southern. And Savannah? I know she's not going to be in Savannah. I want to go to Savannah so bad. I started talking about a friend and said their name, and anyway, it doesn't matter. It would have no bearing on this video anyway, because nobody knows that this person. I've really never talked about him on here. But anyway, I talked to Melissa today, and we were talking about our plans for Halloween. And I I was like, are we doing anything for Halloween? And Melissa was like, yeah, sure, we do something every year, just dinner and hanging out. And I said, okay, are you sure? And she was like, yeah. She was like, of course we're gonna do it. We do it every year. So I'm really excited about that. So that'll be our chili dinner, which will be, I think Halloween's on a Sunday night this year. So we probably won't stay out too late because we never do. We go over there and eat chili and we're home early, you know. But because Alex will have to work the next morning and I'll have stuff to do too. You know, it's weird when it's like, but anyway, I'm really excited about that. It's weird, you know, when it's like, starts getting colder outside. Like it was cold today. Like when I went to when we went to go eat today, it was like for brunch, it was cold. And I mean it's 45 degrees right now. We're like, if it was a little bit colder, it could snow here, you know. And I mean 12 degrees, 13, 14 degrees colder. It usually doesn't snow here unless it's like 30, so 15 degrees colder. But, you know, it's, other than my neighbors walking around, like the street, like just doing laps by the street, when it starts getting colder, I don't really see my neighbors. And it's kind of strange, honestly. Like, my neighbors across the street, like, they grilled out every single night, I think the whole summer and early fall, and now, like, I haven't seen them. I've seen like the garage up, and I've seen like their car in the driveway, and then like their garage is down, and so I know they're there and they're moving around and whatever, but like I haven't seen them to talk to them in probably a week or two, which is strange. Maybe it's not that long, I don't know. And then my neighbor next door to me, I finally saw him, my neighbor on the other side, I see her a little bit, and she's out on the patio a lot at night. She and her roommate and her boyfriend and stuff. But my neighbor to the right was cleaning out the gutters today. He was like cleaning them out and hosing them out. And so I said something to him and talked to him. But I don't see my neighbors a lot. It's weird. You know, it's like in the summer, you see so many people walking around and people are really talkative. And then in the winter, it's just like, or in the fall, like when it starts getting cold outside, like they just don't come out at all. And it's just so bizarre. So bizarre. So bizarre. But it is, you know, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's just weird. Because for so long I was like used to like talking to them and hanging out in the driveway and whatever, you know. I need to find out more about this HOA thing. I actually need to reach out to my neighbor tomorrow and be like, did you read this HOA bylaws thing? Because I'm so confused. They're making all these amendment things, and I don't know if the voting time has passed or not. I need to look at it. I don't think it has. But I'm very confused by it. It is time to start nesting and whatever. Tomorrow, I'm going to call about the chimney. And I'm going to see what the soonest is I can get somebody out there. Because I really do want to have fires in the fireplace. I think the other thing is, tomorrow I'm going to do is, I'm actually going to see, like I'm going to burn some newspaper in the fireplace and actually see if it is closed off. Because it might not be. It might, and it's also been like 2 years since I've even tried. So whatever was clogging it might have been unclogged. But I will tell you what I think it is. I know this is going to sound silly. I think, except for it's just this small little chimney thing at the top. I think when they painted our house the last time, because every 3 years they paint the house, I think they may have sealed the chimney off with tape to paint around it and never took the tape off. I kind of think that might be what it is. And if that's the case, I'm not paying for somebody to come out and fix that. And so I'm almost like half tempted to like, but like the maintenance people, when they can, I mean, it just will take forever for them to come out there. I don't know, I can't really see the chimney from like the back of our house or anything to see if like that's what's going on, but I just feel like it's something like that. I don't know why, I just do. Because the hole of the chimney is so small that it would be really hard, you know, like when I was growing up, I mean, we had these ginormous chimneys in our home, in our house. I mean, the house that I grew up in, our house had 2 huge fireplaces. Like you could, like the one in the library, you could almost like walk into. And it was an exact replica of the fireplace at the Union Hall at IU. This guy just went down the wrong way on the interstate. I don't even think he has a clue that he did that. He's like going to incoming traffic. I hope he like gets over. Did he figure it out? Yes, he did figure it out. Good. It's very confusing right here, so I'm not surprised more people don't do that. But at my dad's house, then my dad had 5 fireplaces, maybe? I don't know how many. Okay, kitchen, living room. He has a huge one in his bedroom, huge one in his living room, basement. 4 fireplaces. I feel like he has more than that. But anyway, and like both of my parents always had fires going when I was growing up. Like at this time of year, like every night my mom and I would have had a fire in the fireplace every night. My dad and my stepmom keep their fireplace in their bedroom going like year round. Well, I mean not year round, but from like September to like March, I mean their fireplace is going in their bedroom. And my dad always has one huge wall in his garage that's just filled with stacks of wood. He just has a guy come out like every year and just like, it's like entire wall of his garage is filled with firewood. In fact, I used to actually go over to my dad's house in my apartment that had a fireplace, and I would be like, can I take like 4 or 5 logs? And he would let me take like 4 or 5 logs. A rack of wood is what it's called, I guess, right? So I always grew up with having wood burning fireplaces. I don't mind gas fireplaces either. My aunt and uncle had gas fireplaces. I think Caroline has a gas fireplace, but I always just loved, Tanya has a wood burning fireplace. I've always just loved a wood burning fireplace. And so we have one and we don't ever use it because it hasn't worked. Well, we did, Alex and I did before that. But even just to like get a box of like, what do you call it? Just a fire starter logs to just even throw one of those on there for a night while you're sitting around watching movies is very cozy, I think. And it really does, like in our small place, to have a fire really does put off a lot of warmth in the house. So I've got a call and I don't know, I just always grew up loving having fires in the house. I love the smell of it. I love standing outside and you can smell the smoke from the fireplace. You know, I grew up in a home where we used our fireplaces a lot, you know, and I can remember when I was a little kid even doing the popcorn over the fireplace. Did you guys ever do that? That has like the metal rods on it. You could like make popcorn over the fireplace. Plus the fact that I'm like obsessed with like prairie people back in the day, like Little House on the Prairie when I was a little kid, you know, I was obsessed with all that. I mean, that was even, you know, they always had fireplaces in their house and, you know, cooked on their fireplace and went to sleep by the fire. And so for me, that was always like super dreamy, you know. But does my dad have a fireplace in his dining room? I think they have I think they have like one of those big like gas fake fireplaces that he bought like a couple years ago. I don't think it's like a real fire. I never go in there. The one in the kitchen was always like my favorite because it's like this little kitchen. It's like built into this big brick thing, and it looks very much like what you'd imagine in like a Charles Dickens novel. Like his kitchen very much looks like a kind of a Charles Dickens novel anyway. And And so when I would come home, you know, like in the fall and the winter, and it was like my night to stay there during the week or the weekends or whatever, like my stepmom would always just have a fire going in the fireplace in the kitchen, or my dad would, you know, while we were like getting ready to like figure out dinner, or they were making dinner or whatever, we were all sitting around. I mean, they have like a couch and like a chair, 2 chairs with ottomans in the kitchen. And, like the dog beds where they have like a little sitting area in the kitchen and stuff like that with this fireplace. And so that was always nice. I don't know, I just always love the smell of the fire, you know? Maybe that's why I like those marshmallow bonfire candles or whatever they're called. I do like those a lot though. It's like homey stuff like that I had so much of that growing up. Like I can remember sometimes like coming home from school and like my mom just having, well, this was not so much around Halloween. Maybe it was, I don't know. But she would call it wassail. Do you guys remember like that song, Here We Go, a wassailing? But she would make like apple cider. I mean, it was probably her own version of it, you know, but like apple cider with like, you know, spices, mole spices or whatever in it. And then, but I can remember, like at Christmas time, my mom like taking the orange and putting the cloves in it and then putting it in the oven. I can remember one year she burnt the orange because she turned the oven up too high. But it smells up like the whole house. Or she would just have like on the stove, on low, on like simmer, she would just have like mulled spices, and it would just, you could just smell it in the house. Like she would just keep it on the stove. Did you guys ever do that? Did your moms ever do that when you were growing up? My mom always did it when I was growing up as a kid. So like a lot of my like childhood and just life is like associated with scents, you know, and like smells, like apple cider and oranges and like cinnamon pine cones are something that I always think of whenever I go in the store. I saw them the other day. Where was I that? I feel like it was somewhere that I did a review at, and I was like, I want to get some of those. But those cinnamon pine cones, I love those. Maybe I just order some on Amazon, probably be better, right? I just love stuff that smells good, you know? Our friends last night, they had gone to Pottery Barn and they had bought a new comforter, and they were showing us pictures, and I was like so excited because I was like, oh my God, we got our Christmas duvet cover from Pottery Barn, and you guys are gonna love it, and it's so comfy and whatever. I'm like ready to put that Christmas stuff on. I am like so ready for Christmas this year. Isn't it silly? I don't know what it is about me being ready for Christmas, but I am. Here we go, a wassailing salted caramel pecan pie at Culver's. Oh my God, I meant to tell you guys this. There's like a couple things I wanted to tell you, and now I don't remember what they are. First of all, that California burger, you guys, that I drive by like every day, and I always make jokes about it. Well, it's finally open, see? Okay, see? And it's finally open, you know? And so last night, oh, okay, first of all, this was the first thing. So somebody commented on my vlog, I think it was either my vlog or my review channel, but I think it was my vlog. And they said, did you know, I don't know if maybe they emailed it to me. They either emailed it to me or they put it on one of my videos as a comment, but I think they emailed it because there was like an article attached to it. They said, did you know that there is a Krispy Kreme opening in Indianapolis? Because I've been talking the other night about how, like, Mel's and Chris, the couple that they do review videos like I do, like fast food and stuff, they always do Krispy Kreme donuts, and I'm so jealous of it. And we don't have a Krispy Kreme here. We did at one point. It was over by the Hooters, but it closed down. I know that because my old roommate, she used to work there, not at the Krispy Kreme, at the other place, and at the Hooters. And she made good money there. And she said the managers were really protective of the girls, and she loved working there. She made good money, and the managers walked all of the girls to their cars and made sure that they called when they got home to say if they were safe. She really, really liked working there. But anyway, they would exchange wings at Hooters with donuts at Krispy Kreme. Like, you know, they'd take wings over and then Krispy Kreme would give them free donuts. So anyway, I know that because one time there was a Band-Aid in her donut and she was like, we got boogered by this. Anyway, so she was so upset about this Band-Aid. She said she would never eat a Krispy Kreme donut again. But anyway, I will. Because I can't imagine something like that happens twice in a lifetime. So, and plus, I'm not a big lover of like the Krispy Kreme donuts that you can get at the gas station, but I am a huge lover of like the Krispy Kreme donuts that I see on Mel's and Chris's review channel, or like the ones at the store. Like the last time I think I had one was in like Louisville, Kentucky, because they have Krispy Kreme stores down there, and like they have like the seasonal ones and the different ones. Like those are the ones that I want to try. I don't want to just try the regular old glazed Krispy Kremes that feel like they were made 2 days ago. You know what I mean? So anyway, somebody linked or sent me, I don't know how I found this out, but that Krispy Kreme was coming to Indianapolis. I think they emailed it to me now that I think about it, because I think I emailed them back and said thanks for this. So last night I went looking for it, and it is almost built. It's supposed to be open by mid-fall is what they said, but it looks like it's still probably got another month on it. And I'm just guessing, I don't know construction stuff. But it's going to be a drive-through Krispy Kreme. It's right at the entrance to Castleton. So if like McDonald's is on one side of the street, Krispy Kreme's on the other side of the street. It's on the side where it's like sits right in front of like the entrance to the mall at Castleton if you're from Indianapolis. So I drove by there last night. But I also drove by California Burger. And you guys, I just have to say, okay, I'm very excited about California Burger, and I think that I'm going to do quite a few reviews at California Burger because they have things there that I totally was not expecting, which I'm going to drive up here and I'll tell you about in just a second. But so on top of crumble cookies, I now have Krispy Kreme donuts that I can do weekly reviews because they have new donuts that come out every week. So that's 2 weekly reviews, and that is more sugar than any one person needs in their life. I don't eat all that. You guys do realize that, right? Like, I don't eat all that. Like, I just take like a bite of it, and then like, you know, I take it home, and you know, Alex and I will like eat it for a week sometimes not, you know. I think people think that like I drink, like if I get a Starbucks drink, like, I mean, a friend of mine who will remain nameless, but she watches my vlog, you know who you are. She said to me one night, I said, I don't drink like all those Starbucks drinks. She's like, yes, you do. And I go, no, I don't. Like, are you in the car with me? Like, and she goes, she better be laughing right now. She was like, yes, you do. And I go, I do not drink all those drinks. Like, I typically just kind of take like a couple sips of it, and unless it's something that I'm like really like blown away by that I love, I don't drink the rest of it. And I usually like, sometimes I'll take it to Tanya or like one of the girls at the kennel, or you know, but that's because I don't want to waste it. But I don't drink the whole thing, and typically with like the cookies and stuff like that, I don't eat the whole thing. If I don't eat the whole thing on camera, I usually don't eat it once I turn off the camera. Now at home, like, I might have like a half a cookie later or something like that, but I don't really eat the whole thing of what I review. It's not a mukbang, you know what I mean? Okay, so here is California Burger, which it must be a chain, you guys, because when I came up on here last night, and I hope there's nobody here so I can just sit at the drive-thru and I can show you guys what they have. This used to be Long John Silver's. When I came up here last night, the menu really looked like a chain menu. It didn't look like something that was local. So here's where the Krispy Kreme is going to be. So you can see here's the entrance to Castleton. Here's the mall in front of us. And here's Krispy Kreme being built right to my left, right here. Do you see? I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's behind those trees there. So anyway, so when you pull in, here is the mall, and here is AMC movie theater. Okay, so when you come in here to the wrong place, did I just go to the wrong place? I'm in Panda Express. How do I get out of here? Okay, hold on a second. When you come into Panda Express, you can have orange chicken. You know, I do want to see if Panda Express has vegetarian stuff, though. I haven't been to Panda Express in so long.
Well, thank you for choosing Panda Express. We've begun hiring starting at $14 an hour all the way up to $18 an hour.
Thank you, Panda Express. Okay, do they have veggie spring rolls? Okay, I can get that here. Fried rice, but does their fried rice have... It doesn't look like it has anything in it. Chow mein, doesn't look like it has anything in it. Beijing beef and honey sesame chicken they're out of. Crispy almond chicken breast, that looks good. That's what I would get if I was not a vegetarian. But I could get fried rice or chow mein plus the veggie spring rolls. Just as a thought, gotta remember that. Gotta remember that. What do you want from me? Look at McDonald's over there is packed. California burger. Okay, so here's what California burger looks like on the outside. Okay, the inside looks so cheesy. It's like palm trees and stuff that are painted. I'm looking at it right now. I see you. It's like palm trees and it says fresh new frozen drinks or something like that. But, okay, when I got to the menu, I was like, this is gonna be so corny. I was blown away. I shouldn't tell you the secret before we get there, but they have fried okra, which is like one of my all-time favorite things of life, okay, with ranch dressing. Oh my God. So, here it is. The menu's actually really big. Oh, almost went up on the curb. So, let me show you the menu, first of all. Here is the menu, how big it is, okay? And I'm gonna read you guys what they have here. So you can get, up here, I'm gonna start up here, a single, a double, a triple, single bacon, double bacon, a king, turkey, avocado, mushroom and Swiss, jalapeno, these are all cheeseburgers, jalapeno, avocado bacon, California knockout, a western, which has an onion ring on it, 2 patties, cheese, and barbecue sauce, lettuce wrap. They even have a veggie burger, you guys, which doesn't look real delicious, but I would try it. California melt, which is like a patty melt, but it then has like, it's on bread and it has like lettuce and stuff. Okay, up here, chicken, spicy chicken, grilled chicken, fish, BLT, Philly chicken or steak, fries, curly fries, chili cheese fries, chicken salad, and then listen to appetizers. Are you guys ready? For $3.99 each. 20 piece okra, onion rings, cheese sticks, 4-piece, zucchini, oh my God, fried zucchini, 9-piece, popcorn chicken, jalapeno poppers, 5-piece, mushrooms, 9-piece, mac and cheese bites, side orders, corn dogs, 2 corn dogs, hot dog, chili dog, burrito, 2 burritos, taquitos, small or large, grilled cheese, California, a Cali junior cheese, a chicken nuggets, 5-piece, 10-piece, and 20-piece. And then baskets that you can get that are down here. Chicken strips, shrimp, hot wings, 6-piece, fish and chips, jumbo shrimp, kids meals, choice of 1 with medium fries and a small drink. And you can get a burrito, corn dog, chicken nuggets, hot dog, a hamburger, or a grilled cheese. And then you guys over here look, okay? Cones, and they have chocolate and vanilla mix swirls, vanilla chocolate, and then they have waffle cones, ice cream in a cup, soda floats, sundaes, listen to this, chocolate, pineapple, strawberry, and caramel, a milkshake, okay, cherry Oreo, pineapple, strawberry, caramel, fresh banana, vanilla, peanut butter, and chocolate, twisters, Oreo, M&M's, Snickers, Kit Kat, peanut butter cup, and then they even have a banana split down here. And then their sodas that they have are Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, Wild Cherry Pepsi, Vanilla Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Crush, Dr. Pepper, Sierra Mist, root beer, mug root beer, which I like, Tropicana Fruit Punch, and Tropicana Lemonade. Pink lemonade, it says. You guys, seriously, like, I'm like really impressed with that. I'm like, there are so many things on here that I could order to try on my review channel. There is okra, onion rings, cheese sticks, zucchini, jalapeno poppers, which I love, mushrooms, oh my God, fried mushrooms I love, mac and cheese bites, a grilled cheese, curly fries, I mean, all of these like float, like a soda float. Oh my God, So anyway. So those might be on my review. Oh, hold on a second. Let me get this beanbag thing. So those might be on my review channel coming soon. But they have like, it's real corny inside, you guys. You can't really see it from here. Here's what it looks like. But, I mean, I don't know how you make a Long John Silver's look like anything great these days, but inside they have like a mural of like a sunset on one side and then a mural of like palm trees on the other side. So they're only drive through right now. So, and it says thank you right there, which I think is real nice when people say thank you, don't you? Did you see it as we drove by? It says thank you. Okay, so anyway, always be polite and say thank you to the people that you meet. Wherever you go, say thank you and be a nice person, because that's how the world works, is to be a nice person, you know? Anyway, Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz? And I do think that they're trying to keep the Krispy Kreme a government secret, because there is no sign out here that says that this is going to be a Krispy Kreme. That I can see. I drove by last night, at least not back here. It might be around front that there's a sign that says that this is going to be a Krispy Kreme. But I do think they're trying to keep it a government secret. The only way that a government secret. The only way that I knew that it was going to be a Krispy Kreme was because the article said that it was in front of Castleton Mall and it was next to Longhorn Steakhouse, or the old Longhorn Steakhouse, which is over there. But I don't see any signs over here that say Krispy Kreme on it. It's going to be a big store, though. How big of a store do you need for donuts, I guess, is my question. Or is it over there? No, it's there, I know. I'm so excited. So anyway, got some new things in town. It's always exciting to have new things, isn't it? So what else? I don't know what else. It's supposed to be a little cooler this week, like at night. It's up to 50 now. It's supposed to be, that's crazy that it went from what, did I say 45 to 50? But anyway, it's supposed to be cooler this week. Not tons during the day, but cooler. I think today was supposed to be the coolest day of the week. And then throughout the rest of the week, like at night, it's supposed to be cooler. I don't mind it though. I do need to find a couple coats, though, that fit me and are comfortable to be wearing that I have in my house already. And I do think that I'm going to get online, and I think I'm going to buy, because now that I've tried on... Oh, did I tell you I found the UGG coat? So I found the zip up. I think I might have told you guys this. I found the zip up UGG coat that I bought last year, which is beautiful. But it's an extra large, and it's pretty tight on me. And if I ever wanted to wear a sweatshirt, and that was with a t-shirt, I did say this on here, because I said that about a t-shirt. If I ever wanted to wear like a sweatshirt or a sweater under it, it would never fit. So, I think I'm going to get it in a 2XL, one of their coats in a 2XL, that zip up, and then that can be like one of my winter, like my main winter coat that I'm going to wear. Because like they're really cozy and really warm. And then I also have like, if it's like wet outside and snowing, I have a like kind of like a winter coat, like raincoat. I don't know. I need to look and see if I have like a winter weather coat for if it's like raining, slushing outside. Because if not, that's something I need to definitely look at for this winter. Like a North Face kind of coat like that. But since I wouldn't wear that every day, I don't need something like, you know, tons about that, or like real expensive. I just need maybe, you know, if I could find something on sale or whatever. I mean, I've got a bunch of coats that just don't fit. I wish I could find that Ralph Lauren coat. I have no idea what happened to that. I'm gonna have to look through that whole closet. That's one of my goals this week, is to go through that closet and see what's in there. And anything that's mine that I don't want anymore, which isn't much. then donate a bunch of coats. It stopped right when I was telling you guys about Bibi Bop over here. They're opening one by our house, which is the same thing that I had, and I think I reviewed it in Fisher's. It's like, well, it says Asian Grill, but it's like a poke bowl place. But I am not a huge fan of it, I have to say. The smaller, like, family-owned private, or not private, but family-owned local poke bowl places, I think there's one, like the one in Fisher's is called like OK Poke or something. It's something like that. Like that was really good and reminded me of that restaurant Sugar in Miami that we went to. But that Bibi Bop, it was just okay. I wasn't super impressed with it. It was lacking a lot of flavor. That restaurant in Miami, Sugar, if you ever have a chance, is one of the coolest restaurants ever. It's on top of the East Hotel, and you're like you're on some ridiculous level, like 100, it's not 100, but you're like on the 60th floor or something, and it looks out like all over Miami, and it's gorgeous. You're like in these gardens and stuff. It is so beautiful, and I mean, that was such an experience. That was an expensive dinner, but that was totally worth it. Like, that was did we go there for Alex's birthday dinner night? I think we might have. I was talking to Tanya tonight, like, Alex and I are really, like, trying to figure out a lot of places that we might want to go for my birthday. I would love to do, like, Fiji or something, but honestly, I just don't know that I want to do the flight. And so, I mean, I'm going to splurge on the trip, but some of the places that we're looking at are Turks and Caicos, Anguilla, Aruba, Curacao, maybe somewhere in Mexico, but probably not. I wouldn't rule out someplace in the Bahamas, but if I went, I would want to go to like Eleuthera, is that how you pronounce it? Like a smaller island. I would maybe do the British Virgin Islands. I've never been. Grand Cayman, I would definitely do Grand Cayman. That's actually not a bad idea. I hadn't really thought about that. Grand Cayman might be a really good choice for us. We'll see. In March, we're going to Miami for Ultra. Somebody is texting me. That cannot be my husband. He's still up this late. And if they have it, and then we're going to stay in Miami for another week. And we don't have any other trips planned right now. We've been talking a lot about going somewhere for maybe New Year's, but like, did I talk about this already on here? Alex and I, our plans are so different for like what we would want to do. And so he actually tonight, he said, well, what if we went to Miami for New Year's because it could still be warm, like beach pool weather. I'm like, it's not going to be beach weather in New Year's. It's just not. And he was like, it could be. And so I looked it up, and it could be, but not really. And so, but our friends that live down there that are also Venezuelan, he was like, you know, every year they just like go to something where there's like live bands and like a DJ and stuff. You know, it's like an outside kind of thing. And I said, okay. And I said, well, ask them what they're doing for, you know, I'm sure people aren't planning New Year's that live in that town like 2 months before, you know, but find out if they know of anything. And he goes, well, we would just schedule it and then go and do whatever they did. Or sometimes they just have like a private party or whatever, you know. So originally I had looked at what it would be like to go to Mexico for a week at New Year's. Astronomical. I could not believe it. Like, so much more expensive than the last time that we went to Mexico over New Year's. By thousands of dollars. I was blown away. So, then Melissa said something about possibly going to Las Vegas because we have friends that are going to be there. And I was like, I'm not opposed to it, but I don't want to go to a club. You know, I would just want to do something low key, like us go out to dinner and then like, you know, I don't know, whatever, see fireworks in Las Vegas, or I don't know what they do for New Year's, you know? She was like, I totally agree. Well, then I started looking at Vegas, and Vegas is super expensive as well. Oh, it's like, it is Alex. I'll have to pull up here and see what he said. So then I looked at Miami, and Miami is astronomical. So then I started looking at Airbnbs in Miami. They're astronomical. So Miami is like out unless I just randomly get on there one day and find something that is just like so cheap. I told Alex, I said, you know, the thing we might do is, because he's off like for like a week or two after that, you know, like after around New Year's. And I mean, obviously, like I can film videos from anywhere, and Tanya can always just board the dogs like that. You know, I said, what is up there? Doesn't look like a plane. I know it's not a UFO. I would never be so lucky as to spot a UFO. I thought I did in high school one time. But anyway, so I said, you know what we might do is just wait. And I said that week between Christmas and New Year's, look and see. And if there's any like really great deals that have gone on, because you don't know, somebody might cancel their trip at the last minute, right? I said, if there's stuff that's like really, you know, cheap, like in Mexico, we don't have to stay at the greatest place in the entire world, you know, just to be able to like walk on the beach and whatever. And he was like, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Puerto Rico, we could do, you know, like, I don't really have any desire to go to Dominican Republic. But I mean, there's a lot of places that we could just like look and see if we can find any like good deals at the last minute. So we might do something like that. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. How long have I been vlogging? I feel like I've been vlogging for like, did I start at 11:30 something? I think I did. Anyway, I think I'm going to get off here now, and I'm pulling to the gas station up here and see what my husband texted me. And then I am going to, I'll be done with my book by 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And then I can start the Mary Shelley Club. So anyway, I'm going to get off here now and listen to my audiobook, My Heart is a Chainsaw. I highly recommend it, you guys. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you. I hope that you're having a magically amazing Monday. I hope that your week began well and that you are calm and relaxed and excited for the week ahead and looking forward to good things for this week. And I love you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya!